Hello, hello everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is Barbara, and this is my Flosstube channel, Stitching and Tea with B. Welcome in, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Glad you taking a little time out of your day to spend with me. I appreciate that so very, very much. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been liking and commenting, subscribing, my new subscribers, my returning friends. It's all wonderful. I thank you so much. I have over 3,000 subscribers. That is amazing to me. So I went to bed a couple of nights ago and I went to check my comments and was surprised with that lovely gift of over 3,000 subscribers. I can't thank you enough. We are going to do a giveaway. Probably going to do that next month. I know what I want to do. I just have to put it together. Okay. So thank you so much for that. And also want to say thank you to the Bougie Stitchers who shouted me out last month. These are two sisters and they are so cute. If you haven't seen them already, I'm going to list them down in the description box below. And I suggest you go give them a look-see. It's big sister and little sister. I have a younger sister, so I like that little bit of banter that they do back and forth. And it's really cute. Lovely to see. And they stitch beautiful work as well. So I hope everyone is doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. So all these appointments that I've been on, I still have one test that I need to take, but all of the other tests that I've taken, including my breast exam form from last month, all have come back just fine. So I'm feeling really good about that. Blood pressure's under control. Got all my numbers looking really good. So I'm really excited about that. We are in November, y'all. November. That in itself is amazing. We're almost at the end of 2024. Can hardly believe that. I put my Christmas tree up on November 1st. And when I was taking it out of the box, fluffing it all up, I had this like deja vu feeling like I had just put it away. So the year went by very zippity quickety. And so we're on the threshold here of 2025. So anyway, it's a nice day today here in Southern California. It's about 75 degrees. The trees are finally turning. I'm excited about that because it's finally starting to feel like autumn. I started packing away my summer clothes this morning. I pulled up my cases and started folding up my summer things and putting them away. But I always keep out one or two sundresses because I guarantee you that we are going to have a rogue, random 90-something degree day in December. So I'm just preparing for that. So let's get on with the reason you're here. That's stitching and tea. Going to start with my planner. And since we'll be discussing October stitches, I'm going to show you my October pages. We'll start with that one. So here we are in October. See? I really like decorating my planner. Can you tell? And then let's give you a little peek at November. Just a little peek. As you can see that more next month when we do November stitches. Okay. So I've been busy doing a little stitching, trying to work on fewer projects, but getting more done on those projects. And so we'll take a look at that. I've got whips, of course, because this is my year of whips. And I counted my whips. I started off with 26. Some I have finished. And I've touched all but 6 of them so far. I'm not going to tell myself that I'm going to touch the others because I'm not sure about that. I looked them over and some of them I think I might want a UFO. We'll see as time goes on. So what I did do was, so here is, we'll just take a quick look. Sorry about that. These are my whips that I started the year with, right? And my intention was to work solely on those whips to try to get my whip count down and get some things completed. And I was thinking about this too. I don't know why I'm in such a rush to complete things. I don't fully finish anything. They just all live in a drawer over here in my bedroom. So I guess it's just to open up space so that I can stitch on other things. Anyway, so what I did was I have a page of my finishes, but I decided to make a page for this unplanned starts, because when I started 2024, I said, I'm not starting anything. I'm just going to work on my whips. Blah, blah, blah. That did not stick. Right at the beginning, if you watch my first video, you see that I fell off the wagon right at the beginning when I started that Primrose Cottage Valentine's Day stitch along with Nicole Spohr and friends. I tell you that Nicole, she gets me in so much trouble. It's good trouble though. Anyway, so look at this. I have, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excuse me, 9 unplanned starts. How can I finish my whips if I'm starting new things? And a couple of these starts are actually finishes too. Anywho, I have possible starts too. And on that one, I started two of those. How do you finish a whips anyway? So let's move along. And yeah, I think that's it for that. The glare on my glasses is horrendous. I apologize for that. I should take my glasses off. Be that as it may, it's tea time. Okay, I am back and I have tea. I had a little trouble deciding which tea I was going to share with you all this month. I had about 3 flavors that I wanted to talk about, but I decided on this particular one. We are still in fall, autumn. I like saying autumn because fall sounds like a verb, like you're going to fall. Sorry. That's how my brain works. So anyway, we're still in autumn. And so I thought it would be fitting to share with you my tea called Autumn Leaves. I purchased Autumn Leaves from Smith Tea Maker. Now, Smith Tea Maker is in Portland, Oregon. These folks are fantastic tea blenders. And let me say at the outset, a lot of my tea education came from Smith. They offer, they offered, I don't know if they still do because it's been a minute, but classes on tea where they go deep dive into regions where the teas are grown, the different types of teas, flavor profiles, and things of that nature. I had a viewer ask, how do you know all this stuff about tea? Well, I educated myself. I have taken lots of classes. I read a lot of publications and a lot of books. And as I said in my first video, I did own and operate a very small tea room in my home. And so I needed to know what I was talking about and what I was serving. So that's how I know. And also, many teas will educate you with their packaging. And Smith is one of those. In fact, they have on the back of this one, well, all of them will say this, that if you go to the Smith website and you put in the batch number that's on the bottom of the box, they can tell you a lot about the very tea that is in the box that you have in your hand. So there's lots of resources, many free. The classes that I took at Smith are not free, but well worth what I paid for them. And it's another hobby for me, right? So of course I'm going to really immerse myself in it and learn as much as I can. And I'm very, very happy to share all of that with you all. So back to the packaging. I love this box, right? Listen, it has like a little snap on it. very well made, very sturdy. And this is orange and black. And so I bought this well before Halloween, and I had this in my Halloween display because it just fits, right? You got black and orange and white, and that looked really pretty with my Halloween decorations. So anyway, back to the tea. Autumn Leaves is a Yunnan black tea, and I feel like maybe in upcoming months I will talk more about the tea regions and how teas are grown, if that's something that you might be interested in. As I said before, I can really talk long about the tea. I've been doing this for a while, but I like to keep it light and simple and enjoyable, and hopefully entice you to try a new flavor. This particular one is got ginger. It's a black tea, if I didn't say that before. It's got ginger, clove, cinnamon, and a little ancho chili in it. I like teas that have a little bit of warmth to them. Sometimes teas can be floral or green, and this one is all autumn. It tastes like pumpkin pie, but not sweet at all, of course. There's no sugar in this, no sweetener in this, but it is very full and very round and very mellow pumpkin flavor. Would be an excellent base if you wanted to make a pumpkin spice latte. Excellent, excellent for that. It's strong enough to stand up to milk or heavy cream, coconut cream. And for this one, and I find too, for this one, I did put some of my sugar crystals in, that we talked about before. I don't have any with me here to show you, but the amber sugar crystals that I get from Adagio Teas is delightful in here. It adds a hint of sweetness without changing the flavor profile of the tea. I'm going to take a sip because this smells mighty fine. Give it a sniff first. Oh, it smells like pumpkin pie crust. Very nice. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Got it in my Hello Pumpkin mug that my daughter spied out for me when we were on a trip at Marshall's. You know, I was probably hunting Ray Dunn, and she found this, and I like pumpkin. One of my daughters I call pumpkin pie, and the other one I call sweet potato. A hug and a mug, y'all. This is really nice. This is really nice. And I did add just the right amount of sweetness to it. So it elevates it is what it does. When I added sweetener to this, it gave me the real feeling of pumpkin pie. Now, would I pair this with pumpkin pie? Probably not. No, I wouldn't, because the pumpkin flavor in this would cancel out that pie. But this is delicious. Very full, very aromatic. Not in your face. I actually don't really taste chili in here. I don't taste that. I think that this particular chili is more for warmth than to make it give you a warm feeling in your mouth than to add a spice. Because I do have some black teas that have chilies in them, and when you swallow them, you know that you got a little pepper going on. I don't get that from here, so this is very mellow, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I like that one. Another thing I want to tell you about this particular company, we had discussed in a previous video about these tea sachets. Remember that? And I told you to be wary about purchasing teas in the sachets because some of them are made with plastics and they're unsafe. Smith is not one of those. This is a plant-based sachet, and so you can just feel free to take it as it is and make your tea right in your cup instead of taking out the contents. What I like about these bags are individually wrapped, and I like that because I can just take one, toss it in my bag or purse, and take it with me, and I can have tea wherever I am. So with Smith, it's still loose leaf. Can you see that? Let me get you closer, man. It's still a loose leaf tea. Big, fat, juicy Yunnan leaves in there. You've got bits of pumpkin, I believe, little bits of ginger, and it is wonderful. Smells so nice. It smells like potpourri. You know, I can smell cloves in this. Yeah, I can smell cloves here. Ooh, that's good. A little bit of cinnamon. That's nice. So feel free when you buy the Smith tea bags to just use them as is. You don't have to split them open and put the contents into anything else. It's just really good to go. Another thing I like about Smith teas is, and this is silly, but I like that they're numbered. So this is number 48. And as I said, I have purchased teas from them before. I like their boxes. They because they fit in with different occasions, decorative wise. But I do like that that they're numbered like that. I think that's really cool. So I'm going to read to you. I'm losing my light, but I'm going to read to you what this says. Put my glasses on. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Okay. This says, the perfect tea to turn to as the weather starts to turn. Isn't that lovely? Rich, full leaves of Yunnan black tea naturally give you smooth, round pumpkin notes, warmed by ancho chile, cinnamon, clove, and ginger. Prepare to fall in love. That's beautiful. This is really good tea. Now, someone had asked me, or I had mentioned that my seasonal teas go into storage, and I wanted to address that here while I'm thinking about it. What I mean by that was we were specifically talking about summer teas, and I said that once I go from summer to autumn, then the summer teas go into storage. I have two places that I keep tea. One is my tea pantry in my kitchen, and that is where I keep my teas that I am actively consuming. And then I have a dresser in my living room where I keep the teas in storage, the seasonal teas and teas that I'm not actively consuming. So that's what I mean. My tea pantry is set up right now for my fall and Christmas time teas. And when that season is over, then I will move any of those teas that are remaining and put them into storage and rotate out the teas that I would drink for winter. A tea like this will take me into winter. My summer teas can be fruity and floral, and I really honestly don't enjoy those this time of year. So yes, any of those that are left over from summer will go into my dresser. And that's what I do with those. I'm sorry, I don't remember the viewer's name who mentioned that, but I thought that was a really good question. And I'm going to get better about writing down who said what, because I think that that's important. But yes, I rotate the teas out. Most of the teas that I purchase will have a best buy date on them. And while I keep an eye on that, I don't live my life by that, because I store them very well in bags, zip tie bags, Ziploc bags, and also containers, like Tupperware type containers, so that they remain airtight. And my dresser, it's a dresser, so they're in the dark. So I won't go too far out on the date. So if it says 2023, I will drink it even in 2024, but 2025, I probably won't. But it kind of depends. So yes, this is Autumn Leaves. What a beautiful name too, right? And so fitting. So this is the first time that I've had this one. I purchased this, like I said, at the beginning of October. Oh, another thing I want to tell you all too. Go to these companies and get on their mailing lists, and you will be notified of sales and events. And many of the companies, the tea companies that I purchased from, they have things seasonally. And so you can be notified of that and maybe take advantage of some of the sales and try some new things. And yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to have another sip of this yummy, yum, yum. Y'all see the lighting changing in my room? It's only 4:46. So this daylight savings time thing, ooh, wish they'd get over doing that. This is wonderful. Very relaxing. You know, another thing that I like to do seasonally is music. And I wish that I could play my music and, in the background softly while we're having tea, because that's a really big part of it for me too. Just the whole setup, the aesthetic. I like to have a little soft lighting, whether that be a candle or a faux candle or one of my warmers, my expensive night lights. I don't really put a lot of fragrances in those. My daughters tend to get migraines, but I do like them, so I use them. And then my little pumpkin there too. And then I play my music. But I tried to do that, and I got a copyright little notice from YouTube. They weren't too happy with me about that. So I said, well, I won't be doing that again. So I didn't. But you know what else too I like? Do you all use those screen? They're on YouTube. One is like rain backgrounds or the autumn backgrounds that they make available for you. Sometimes they'll have a music playing with them. I tend to like soft jazz, so I will go with that. I like in the springtime, I like when there's bird song and violins and things like that. Things that are calming and soothing. I tend to be have a little anxiety. A lot going on in the world. That is good. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what dessert I would have with it. I don't always need to have a sweet with my tea, but it certainly is fun. I had the other night a chocolate cheesecake. It was actually a cheesecake with chocolate marble through it. That didn't pair well with this. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't, this is really nice. So probably just regular cheesecake, huh? I think that would be good. Anywho, I think I've taken up enough of your time with tea talk. All right. Let's get into what I've been stitching for the month of October. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, let me show you what I worked on for the month of October. Let me say here that my neighbor has a new little dog, and the little dog is very yapping. I'm hoping that my microphone doesn't pick that up, but if it does, I apologize, and I hope it's not too irritating, too annoying, because I know it's annoying to me. I do like dogs, though. Okay, so EJ at Sunshine Stitchers deemed October Shaded Stitchery Month in honor of Nuri, the designer of Shaded Stitchery, because it's her birthday month. So we were to stitch something from Shaded Stitchery. And of course, I brought out this Juneteenth Day. You've seen this before. I've worked on it for a minute. And so I worked on it on Nuri's birthday. And this is what I did with it. So I believe that the last time you saw this, I had started to work the flag. So what I did was, as you can see, I finished the flag and I also brought this line out. Okay, I am almost finished with this bottom portion. I just need to, and I say this probably every time, need to give it a little bit more attention. I have a plan for how I'm going to handle my stitching for 2025. And so I know that I will be more productive. At least that is my hope. So with this one, it is stitched on, where did I put that? 14 count, here we go. 14 count oatmeal Aida cloth from Fiber on a Whim using the called for threads. Yeah, I really like this one. As EJ also pointed out, this is a heavy stitch. It's a heavy stitch. There's a lot of symbolism in here. So you have the shackles with the lock and key, chains. And here you can see the bottoms of the boats that our ancestors were brought over on across the water. A lot of symbolism here. And then the meaningful sentiment there. So I'm looking forward to getting this piece well underway. I just need to finish up this bottom section here, and then I can move on to these words and finish this one up. So again, that's this Juneteenth Day from Shaded Stitchery. I hope and pray that Nuri had a wonderful birthday. Okay. In the month of October, we also have Halloween. And so I had to pull out my Wizard of Oz tree from Tiny Modernist. Yes, I did. And here is what I did with it. Now, I have a thread there because I work on my projects. We'll just slide that off to the side. So what I did for Halloween was the witch. And I put in her hourglass and this little flower. So basically I did all this that you see here and a little bit more of the Emerald City. My original plan was to complete the Emerald City before I did any of the characters, but I got a little bored putting in all that green. So I decided, you know what, for Halloween, the month of October, I am going to put in the witch. And she was an absolute delight. Went very quickly, and I did the back stitching too because I like to back stitch along the way. I don't want to have to go back and do it after I'm completed with the whole project. So the Wizard of Oz tree is stitched on 16 count Celestine Aida cloth, also from Fiber on a Whim, and I used the called for DMC. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go next because I still had some of this brown color on my needle after I finished this. I went ahead and started on the little top of the Cowardly Lion's mane, and that's what that is. So we'll see. I'm excited about getting this. I had to put in a little bit of the Yellow Brick Road. You can see that here. I put in a little bit of the, turn my light on. Yeah, I put in a little bit of the Yellow Brick Road there. You can see here. I just had to. So yeah, I love this one. It's coming along nicely. The Wizard of Oz tree from Tiny Modernist. My next whip is one that you haven't seen, and it is from Hello Halloween, from designs by Teresa Kogut. Now, I've had this book for a little while, and my intention of buying it was to stitch this beautiful piece here. And when I opened it up, there are so many beautiful things in there. I love a vintage Halloween. I like vintage Christmas as well, but I love a vintage Halloween. And when I thumbed through this one, I found vintage cats. And so I decided to start this beauty right here. And here it is. Vintage cat number 2 is what it's called. Is stitched on 16 count pumpkin from Fiber on a Whim using the called for threads, which are DMC and 1 or 2 weeks dye works. So this was I'm going to call it a restart because I really screwed it up in with my counting at first. So I took it all out, and this is where I am now with it. So cute. So cute. I am looking forward to, you know what I like? I like this collar, and I like the hat. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And yeah, here's the collar here. And then, oops, sorry, hit that camera. I got the little legs outlined. So this is going to be fill in, and I can do that. I might do that during the Jingle Ball. I don't know. This is really an easy stitch. It's a lot of stitching, but it's easy because there's so much just black filling. And the black on this is, if I'm not mistaken, oops, sorry. Oh, let me get that out of the way. It's 310. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sometimes the black is an overdyed, but this one is 310. Very, very nice. Very nice. Don't know that I'm going to stitch this one because for some reason this one looks creepy to me, but I do like this one. There are a lot of really cute patterns in here. A lot of cute patterns. I really like Teresa Kogut's style. Fits in really nicely with my house. So that is Vintage Cats, Vintage Cat number 2 from Teresa Kogut. The next whip piece that I have is, let me get it for you, also Teresa Kogut, and it is Happy Scarecrow. That little thread off of there. I started that a while ago. Did I bring it over here? Let me see. Yes. Here it is. So, Happy Scarecrow is stitched on 16 count Moon Glow from Picture This Plus using the called for threads, which are Weeks, Dye Works, and DMC. So it's in my Nerge because I will be stitching on this evening. This is my stitch of choice for this evening. I haven't gotten too far on this one. I love the fabric though. I love the fabric. It's a little washed out here because I got a lot of lights on. I'm filming at night. And, but this here is this part of this little guy. I'm a center starter, so I started right at his belly button and worked my way up. So I'm hoping tonight I can outline this part here because this here is just fill in, right? So if I get all of this done, then I can fill in this top. I'm most excited about getting his face put in and his hat and the crow. I really like this. You know what I'm just noticing right now? He's on a stick. That's cute. Oh. Well, I guess it pays to look at your pattern, for crying out loud. Very, very cute. Very excited about this one. And I like that I have the colorful fabrics. as I mentioned once before, you know, I'm an OG stitcher. You know, I started stitching in the 80s, and we were very limited on fabrics. It was, you know, white and antique white and ivory. That's about it. And you might find something seasonally, might find a red, you might find a blue, but not too often. So it's nice to see that the fabric dyers have taken something like a Zweigart, because you know Zweigart has the orange selvage. And so that they would take a Zweigart fabric and turn it into something else. I like that. I like that a lot. So that is Happy Scarecrow from Teresa Kogut. That one came from Fat Quarter Shop. So, yep. I'll be working on this one later on tonight. I'm excited about that. I'm going to have my dinner, and then I'm going to settle in with some stitching. Okay, my next one is a start. Like I really needed to start something, but I did, and it is Halloween Quaker from Primrose Cottage. I love it. And this one is stitched on 16 count Mirkwood Aida cloth from Atomic Ranch. It's a small start. I started this on Halloween night. And when I say night, I mean night. I think it was like 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30. But a little small start, right? But a start nonetheless. So I got my crow, and I started this shape here. Little start, but you know, I don't need it until 2025, so it's all good. And that is Halloween Quaker from Primrose Cottage. Very cute. I love this one. The smiling little jack-o'-lantern, little village down here. You got your Halloween date, boo, and the little spiders. So cute. She's got candy on here too. Boy, I tell you, a little ghosty. That Lindsay Waite. She's quite a designer. I love this one. Looking forward to getting it finished. Okay. Now, my next one and my last one is a finish. And that is Snowplace, like home. Also from Primrose Cottage. And that's this now. Ta-da! Snowplace Like Home is stitched on 14 count Legacy Aida cloth from Picture This Plus using the called for threads. And this is a finish, y'all. So no plans for it in particular. Again, I had discussed having maybe an oval hoop on it or an oval frame. So I think I might like to do that. I don't want to make a pillow out of it. I want it framed up. But for now, it's going to go in the cross stitch drawer in my room. Okay, that is it for my stitching. And I wanted to show you one thing that I recently received. So we had discussed the Put a Bird on It sale that's coming up with Sunshine Stitchers. I will be participating in that. I have the fabric selected, but I'm still auditioning threads for it because I'm not quite sure yet what I want. I know I want to do it in monochromatic. I really enjoy that. I'm working on a piece now for, what's it called? Black Sampler November, I believe is the title. So for this month's prompt or thing. Anyway, I'm working in all one color of thread, and I really like that. Lindsay from Primrose Cottage normally puts her Quakers all in one color. And I really enjoy that. It's very soothing for me. It's very comforting, not having to do thread changes, not having to really think about where, what I'm going to go to next, because everything is the same. And even though Evertotes has done a wonderful job, and Roxy Floss has done a wonderful job of putting colors to this, I do believe that I want to stitch it monochrome. Not red, but I want it to be more vintage looking, because I want to hang it in my bedroom. This one I will have framed, but besides that, that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was the project bag that I purchased from Stitch and Button. Vicky at Stitch and Button designed this bag specifically for that Sal, for that stitch along, for this, that will be starting in February. Oh no, February. Goodness gracious. No, December 15th. The Sal will be starting. And again, I'll put all that information down below in the description box. But let's look at this project bag. Very nice vinyl front, lovely zipper with a cute little zipper pull with a little bird on it. Look at that. It's a little pea stuff too. Very cute. Comes with a project information card, a lovely little needle. You can never have too many needles as a stitcher. But here's the beauty. Look at this. Look at this. We've got these that look like little moths. You've got some lovely birdies here, florals, and very in keeping with the sampler, right? So she offered these in the Facebook group, and I took advantage of that, and it was recently delivered, so I am excited about that. Very, very nice. I'm sorry I zipped that. I know that bothers some folks. So my pattern fits in there. Had my fabric in there too, but I removed it because I wanted to show you all how this looks. So that fits in there. Let me get my fabric. Hold on. It's just right here. And for my fabric, I'm using 16 count porcelain Aida cloth that I got from Evertotes Roxy Floss Co. So that fits right in there like that, right? Give it a zippity doo dah. Did it again. Wow. Yeah. I wanted to show y'all that. And I think that that'll do it for my stitching portion. Yep. Not a lot of projects, like I said, but I think I got in some good stitching. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, well, we have come to the end of our time together for this month. Thank you so much for visiting with me. I hope you had fun and got inspired. I hope you got some good stitching in, had your feet up, had something nice to drink, maybe a little snack. I know I love to watch Flosstube and get my stitching done. You should get some good stitching in when I'm watching Flosstube, because I always feel like I'm sitting with a friend. And I hope that that's the feeling that I convey, because I don't have any friends who stitch. So anyway, Jingle Ball is going to be in December, and I hope to see some of you there. If you are going, please let me know. And if you see me there, say, hey, let me know. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. There, with the Jingle Ball, because it is a virtual event, I don't think the tickets sell out. Now, they may have a cutoff point of how many people they let come in, but I don't think so. I am going to put the information in the description box below so you can go check it out. I bought general admission tickets. That was $10, and it's all inclusive. I get all the entertainment. The music is fantastic. I have gone to all the other Jingle Balls, and the music is, I just love it. It is a highlight for me. There's sometimes recipes, cocktail recipes, as well as food recipes. The entertainment is really good. And then you get to go in the shopping area too. So that's fun. And the classes this time, you can do a PDF version. So maybe some of those are even still available as well. But just go check it out to the website and check it out. I know you'll have a really good time. And again, if you see me there, let me know, okay? I'm going to try to be a big girl and attend some of the stitching tables. Pop my head in and say hello. No promises. But I'm going to try to do that. Like I think many of you, am an introvert. And so talking to this camera, that's easy because it's like talking to myself. Talking to other people, that's different. And once I get warmed up, I'm good to go. So that being said, I'm not going to hold you for too much longer. So enjoy this season. Take care of yourself. Take care of your families. Be safe. And you go and do what you got to do, because I'm going to go do what I got to do. And I'll be seeing you. Okay? Bye for now.